Hi, Andre.
Can you hear me, Campbell?
Yeah, loud and clear. You calling me from space?
Looks like you got on mute,
Oh,
probably bottom left.
okay. Right, you are.
Okay, yeah, can you hear me?
All good. Are you calling me from space?
From space?
Yeah,
Nah, not from
that's
space. That's just the
awesome.
background that we
Look
got
at
right
that.
there.
That is beautiful.
Excellent. Welcome to the Zoom, Campbell. My name is Seth, manager here for Grant. I appreciate you hopping on. I know you're busy. I know you have a lot going on, and I want to be respectful of your time today. How much time do you have right now for our call?
15.
More than enough time, more than enough time. The next, 10, 15 minutes or so. What's the number one thing you're looking to take away from our call?
Yeah, I think I mentioned just a few moments ago on the phone call we're in the middle of some pretty good sales training, probably some of the best that we've done. So I'm looking for something that might be an alternative to bolt on to what we've already done. Perhaps early next year when we're out of our 12-month contract with the UK's most hated sales trainer, Benjamin Dennehy.
Ah, excellent. Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. So you wouldn't want to start something like this till like first quarter of next year?
Yeah.
Perfect. Excellent. What I'll do for you, Campbell, is I'll show you. I'm going to pull up here a video, show you a
Yep.
quick video of what it looks like, and I'll answer any questions you have, all right?
Sure.
1 second here.
Hello and welcome to Cardone University. My name is Todd Straw. I'm the head of sales here at Grant Cardone Enterprises. I've been working with our internal team with Grant for almost a decade, and we've been partnering up with business owners from every industry you could possibly think of. The one problem everyone's having right now is, how do I get sales training to actually work? How do I actually clone myself where I'm the best closer, I'm the number one guy? How do I get 2 number one guys? How do I get 10 number one guys? How do I get my salespeople to call people back, follow up? How do I get them to persist in the close? How do we get them to work the leads the right way? And Cardone University is the answer to over 30 years of working with business owners and salespeople with all the technology changes that have come up over the last 30 years. And how do we create a system where we can take people that have never been in sales before and turn them into a master salesperson in less than 12 months? That's Cardone University. Sales managers and team leaders and business owners, the content and the material to run sales meetings every single day, to teach people how to role play, to become experts at material. How do you take somebody that hates the phone and create a monster where all they want to do is be on the phone and set appointments over and over again because they know exactly what they're doing? Training in the past has failed for number one reason, it wasn't done often enough. Number two, there wasn't enough material. Number three, most people were just winging it. Number four, they thought they were training when they were doing something once a month, once a quarter, once a year, and they thought that was the thing that worked. Training has failed because it's not done often enough. There's no role play, there's no accountability. You can't test people on the information, and there was a lot of opinions. There's a lot of different ideas. You give it to this sales manager, you give it to that owner, you give it to that sales rep. You put one person with 3 different people in your business and you get 3 different answers on what's the right thing to do. Cardone University is the number one way to train salespeople in today's economy with today's technology, how to use social media, CRMs, phones, follow-up, and how to use the traditional elements of sales, put it all together to create a system where your salespeople will increase sales by 15 to 40% in less than 90 days. Well, you're gonna have to click the link below to get your access now and find out exactly how Grant and our team uses this tool every single day, and we just let you steal our playbook. Take our playbook, learn how we train every day, learn what we're using, learn how to become masters at the phone, the close, the follow-up, the motivation, the fact-finding, the entire sales process, and learn how to create a system where you can clone your best people over and over and over again and watch your business explode by using Cardone University. And for you business owners, where you want to actually take your game to the next level, right? If training on Cardone University, if that makes sense, but you're thinking, how do I get my team to use it every day? How do I know they're going to apply the information? Who's going to drill my team? Who's going to role play with them? Who's going to connect all the dots? Or maybe you're thinking this, my industry is different and my customers need this. our expertise is a little different. It needs to be tweaked. You can't just go out and do sales training without understanding our industry. And I need somebody to work with my team every single week on an ongoing basis. That's exactly what we've done here. We've assembled a team of elite coaches that have mastered our material, that are working with businesses all over the world. And what we're doing with these clients is we're connecting the dots between the mastery of our content and the specifics of your business, your new hires, your team, your veterans, your industry. We work with you on the scripts, on role playing, and how do we connect your team with our material to make sure it's a seamless process and we get real results in half the time. So click the link below and find out what it looks like to not only get Cardone University, all the courses, all the material, all the content you need to take your average performers and turn them into top producers, but take a look at what the coaching looks like. Do it with us. Don't do it on your own. Do it on your own, your life will never be the same. Do it with us, your business will explode, and you'll be glad you did. Click the link below and learn more about Grant Cardone University and what it's like to work with one of our elite coaches every single week. Click the link below.
What do you think of that, Campbell? Do you think that something like that?
Sorry, come again. I didn't catch you.
Do you think that your sales team would benefit from training like that?
Yeah, perhaps. As I said, we're doing stuff at the moment with Benjamin Dennehy, and he's got a training platform. So previously, we've worked with one American sales trainer, Mark Washak. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Yeah, I think we've heard of him before.
Yeah. So we did a bit of stuff with him. We've sort of upped what we're doing. And Benjamin Dennehy, the UK guy, has been really helpful for us. A lot of focus on disqualification. And I guess in terms of our situation, maybe a bit different than what you guys are talking about. I'm not sure if it's a fit, but our digital marketing guys have preset appointments, so they're not cold calling, right? We have a call center that generates anywhere between 8 to 12 meetings for them a week. They do self-gen a bit. So predominantly they're working with preset appointments and targeting SME businesses, small, medium businesses. So I think it's kind of similar to what we've got right now.
Excellent. What would you want your new sales training to have? Do you feel like the current training you have right now is lacking?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you've got that is different than what we're doing now through Sales Matrix.
Yeah, absolutely. How long have you been following Grant?
From a distance, for a wee while. As I say, I've probably the only thing we've looked at in a deeper way was I got some free material from Cardone, you guys, a couple of years ago, and I think it was Fortune is in the follow-up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to channel Grant. You got to keep calling. I'm going to call you until you die.
That's right.
So
absolutely.
Maybe it's a bit more, maybe we're a bit more dialed down and chilled out here. I don't know. Maybe.
Absolutely. Well, let me ask you this. I mean, why have you never looked at Grant's training before?
Oh, as I say, I've dipped toes in, but we've always been doing something else, which, to be fair, we kind of are right now, and we're having some success. But it's always good to look at alternatives and perhaps consider a new voice for next year. So that's really all I'm doing at this stage.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. Who else other than yourself, Campbell, would need to see the program before next year and understand the pricing in order for you guys to get set up for next year?
I sign it off. I've got a budget for sales training, put it that way. So I've always said yes, and got approval for that. But it's pretty small potatoes for probably what you're used to. It's probably you guys probably too pricey for us.
Oh, that's all right. Price is the easiest part of the job. Let me show you real quick what it would look like to train the team. All right, two ways you can train them, with or without a coach. Think of it like going to the gym versus going to the gym with a personal trainer.
Right.
Most companies train with a coach, where we take responsibility for facilitating the content with your people and your business. You get the same coach, same time, same day, every week. Private Zoom call, 45 minutes to our coach, your team, no one else. Where we role play, do Q&A, give them homework, and we drive your team through the content so you don't have to worry about it. It's for up to 10 people, range anywhere from $28.97 a month on a 12-month agreement down to $24.97 a month on a 36-month agreement.
Right.
You're like, hey, Seth, I just want access to the training for a handful of guys. I don't really need the coach. Then we can do a smaller package for you for up to 5 users or without a coach. That ranges anywhere from $5.97 a month, 36-month deal, $7.97 a month on a 24-month deal, or $9.97 a month on a 12-month deal. The longer you go, the better rate you get.
Yeah. Okay.
Does this fit your budget?
Perhaps. I guess because you know where I'm based, right? Do you know what country I'm in?
UK?
Ooh. No.
What was that?
No.
No?
No.
What country? What country in Ireland?
Oh gosh, we can go around the world. I'm in New Zealand.
Oh, you're in New Zealand.
Right. So I'm
Nice.
guessing, are these in New Zealand dollars?
They're in USD.
Oh, okay. So that's that's probably getting up there for us. To be honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I completely understand. I mean, when you say it's getting out there for you, are you getting up there for you for this year with the current training that you have, or for next year with your fresh budget?
Yeah, for next year. Let's just have a look here. So, what you've put a line through down the bottom.
Yeah.
So that's without
Coaching.
one of your guys on calls. Explain to me
Correct.
how that works again.
So you have access to the entire training platform, as well as access to our daily sales rallies. It happens every day at 10 a.m. Eastern on the East Coast. You have access to it. It's a live daily sales role play. We role play, do Q&A. It's a public. It's not private like the coaching calls would be.
Yeah.
We have access to all the training platform with that down below.
Okay. So the stuff that's happening live, obviously, we're in totally different time zones. It's nearly 10 o'clock Friday morning here. What time is it where you guys are?
It's 6 p.m. At night, 6 o'clock in the evening.
Right. Okay. So that the live stuff wouldn't really line up, right?
Yeah, I think so. It sounds like you're 16 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
So if you're 16 hours ahead of us, so if we're 10 a.m. on the East Coast, that would be about 4 a.m. for you.
Right. There's no way my guys, my guys, the 4 of them, any of them are getting up at 4 a.m. Sadly.
Yeah. That's all right. That's why if you did it with like the coaching calls, we just plan around your guys' schedule.
Right. So that's
Whatever's best for
the
you
top
guys.
line.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Are you able to give us like a sampler so I can have a look at
sample,
it?
yeah.
Part of the platform.
100%.
Because otherwise,
Yeah,
I'm
so I'll
kind
give
of
you
flying
some-
blind, right?
Yeah. So John, let me show you what the platform looks like. So every day your team comes in here and clicks, available for any smartphone, tablet, or computer.
Yep.
Every day your team comes in here and clicks log in. Everyone's got their own individual login ID and password.
Yep.
This is what they see. All right. You have access to our back-end usage reports, the 30,000-foot overview of what's happening in the company from a training perspective. You're able to
Right.
see who's signing in, who's training, and who's engaged.
Yep.
Content delivery is very simple. 2 to 5 minute video on average, followed by a short quiz. If they pay attention, they pass. They click play and they walk away. They just aren't focused, they fail. Give them one more chance to take the test. If they fail again, they have to rewatch the video. There's a built-in accountability mechanism.
Right.
Then you can break the data down here on a per person basis. You're able to see who's the most trained, who's the least trained, etc.
Right.
Now, I know you're looking at here, it's not the most attractive thing in the world, but it is the most important thing when it comes to holding your team accountable and actually knowing if they're using the program or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you like best about the ability to track and monitor all your team's progress in real time?
Well, yeah, I mean, just that. I had that ability on the platform with Wayshack. What was that? Sales Insights. Had the ability to see what people were doing and who had accessed what content. So that I like. I don't have that ability with Sales Matrix with Benjamin Dennehy, the UK's guy. So yeah, the ability to track it is cool.
Would you make a training program like this for the team mandatory or optional?
Oh, you have to make it mandatory because otherwise nobody's doing it, right?
Yeah. So if you make it mandatory, do you think they'll do it?
I think they would. Yeah, I think they have to, right? Especially, you know, if we've invested in their success, it's not a great look for anybody to say, I'm the finished article, so thanks for the opportunity, but no.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's what it all comes down to. You know, gym works as long as you go to the gym.
Yeah.
Training works as long as you use the training.
Sure.
All right, let me show you how this works.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to come in here and click Start Training.
Yep.
A lot of content in here. We started off with Grant's all new content first. Yep. This is the newest content, typical Grant Cardone fashion, focused on attitude and mindset. Grant's pretty known for that. You're familiar with Grant already, so I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Then we're going to lay out the perfect sales process. You have to put the customer through a full sales process, and it starts with the perfect greeting. All right, believe it or not, Campbell, you can screw up the greeting. How do you get a customer to lower their guard and gain instant credibility, altitude, trust, just in the greeting? How do you handle resistance in that greeting? How do you fact find effectively to figure out what problems you're actually solving for the client? Because after all, that's the only reason they're going to do business with you anyway. Then how do you craft the perfect sales presentation based on the fact finding that you just did? Right? Make no mistake, I share the same program to business owners in every industry, and I customize my presentation based on the fact finding. How do we effectively trial close, figure out where we're at in the deal? And then finally, how do we present an offer so the client can make sense of it and says yes on the spot? These are all very practical, process-driven steps your team is going to be able to use immediately in the marketplace to drive revenue. But back out of here, again here to our coaching portion, we're pushing through the content from beginning to end. Again, we start with attitude, mindset, goals and targets, objectives, you name it. There were 35 courses for the coach to work through with your team. Each course takes approximately 1 to 2 weeks to get through, and we aren't moving on until we know that they know the material. And for example, if I come up here to objection handling part 1, we're going to push your team through a forced learning path. They can't skip ahead. They have to do this in the order we designed it. We're going to teach your team to walk before they have to try and run. They're going to download their workbook. This is their textbook, their online course. It's a 29-page workbook, all in handling objections, rules handling objections, steps handling objections. Is that a complaint or an objection? We're going to give them the text behind the data, spots to take notes, and there's exercises. Your team's going to fill this out, send it back to us, and we're going to check their work. Now, if they give us a fluffy answer, we're not going to be shy about calling them out. Then they get homework every single week. We're also going to give them an action plan. So your team's going to know where to go, what to do, what videos to watch, and where to go in their workbook. They can't get lost. Right, so the coaching program, you get the private calls once a week with our coach, the forced learning path over every topic, the workbooks, and the action plan. And it's all designed for 2 reasons. Number 1, we want to enhance the effectiveness of the training. We want to bridge the gap between just watching a video and pretending like they learned something and actually understanding the material enough to implement it in the marketplace to drive revenue. Second thing we want to do is we want to save you a lot of time. You're the person in charge. You don't have time to be teaching the team how to follow up, how to prospect, and how to close deals. You need to be working on the team, not in the team. Let Grant, the coach, train your team and drive revenue. And now, what do you like best, Campbell, about the possibility of having a coach that comes along with this training to take it off your plate?
Sorry, what was the question again?
What do you like best about the possibility of having a coach that comes along with the training to take it off your plate?
Oh, look, that's attractive. That's attractive. I think it just might be beyond our budget. I mean, you guys are expensive, right?
We're actually the cheapest because we're the best. We're actually the cheapest. So like we're going to be the most effective for you. I mean, like let's just face it. Like a sales system that you can't even track, you have no idea what they're doing. All right, this is a system that you not only can track, but it's the best in the world. Like if you Google who's the number one sales trainer on the planet, Grant's name's going to be coming up. All right, not any of those other names. All right, it's Grant's name. It's coming up for a reason because Grant is the number one sales trainer on the planet. He's got over 500 employees here to support your account. No other sales trainer on the planet has that kind of support. So whether you do this with or without a coach, you're still going to have access to the number one sales training platform on the planet. And to be honest with you, Campbell, most companies have other sales training in place. And then they purchase our sales training along with their current sales training, and they use our training to pay for their competitors' training. Yeah. So this
That's
sales
beautiful.
training will actually pay for all of your competitors' training and then some.
Yeah. Hey, look,
Right,
that sounds good, but it's going to be a pretty different approach. Cardone versus Benjamin, the UK's hated sales trainer. We're going to be having mixed messages, I think, because you guys are pretty direct in terms of going for the close, right? And I think we're a bit more chilled out down here. I don't know.
We're pretty much open and honest. Like we're not trying to like trick anybody or slide in, get the business that way. We're going to be like very open and honest because we believe open and honest is the best policy. We're not trying to hide anything or trick anybody. We just want to give you all the information, be very open and honest, and to let the client make the decision. And any insecurities or uncertainties the client has, it's our job as the professional to work through those to help them come to the right decision. It's not so much pressure and direct. It's just open and honest.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that.
So if you were to do this, do you think you'd do it with or without a coach?
Probably without, just because of budget, right?
Here's what I want to do for you, Campbell. We know that we can help you, and we know you didn't just get on this call just to look at information. You're too busy of a guy to hop on a call at 10 a.m. on a Friday morning just to look at other sales training information. You've got things you've got to do. The only reason you got on this call was to actually help your team grow and move it in the right direction. All right, and we know that we're the right training platform on the planet, so we actually want to do something special for you. All right, I can get you our best rate on the 36 months, $597 a month. Up to 5 people can use the platform. And here's what I want to do for you. I actually want to guarantee you the success of the training. All right, do the $597, 36 months, and I will give you a 90-day performance guarantee. What that means, you have a full 90 days on the platform. If inside those first 90 days you feel like your team's not using it, they don't love it, if we don't pay off the entire agreement plus your other sales training, their entire agreement as well, if we don't pay off both agreements inside the first 3 months of the training, get rid of it. You go left, we go right, don't pay another penny. All right, just for trying it out, I will give you virtual access to one of these workshops. So we've got a sales, a marketing, and a leadership. It's a 2-day workshop where we help work on the business in the workshop. You do it from the comfort of your office there in New Zealand. You get a thick workbook. Do it from virtually, and for 2 days you're working on the business. The idea is for you to leave that workshop, brand new process in place. You plug it into the business, see results on day one. You got sales, marketing, and leadership. I'll let you choose whichever one you want. All right, and I'll throw that in there for you at no cost, a $5,000 workshop. All right, so it's 36 months, $597 a month. I'm giving you a 90-day performance guarantee, and I'm including one $5,000 virtual workshop at no cost.
Cool. Have you got that? That's a great offer. Thank you for that. Have you guys got any businesses in New Zealand that you work with that I could perhaps talk to?
Yeah, absolutely. I could definitely do. We got businesses all over the world that you could definitely talk to. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you're in New Zealand, New Mexico, Antarctica. People are people.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, people's insecurities and them wanting to think about it, slow down the process, like that spans all cultures. All right. It doesn't matter what culture you're in, what country you're in. At the end of the day, people are people, and you need to treat them like a person, like a human. All right. That's what it all comes down to. And that's why our training is simply not even, it's not only head and shoulders, it's just like, it's not even comparable to the other trainers. You simply got people out there trying to teach sales training that, like, it's not even comparable. Grant's got 500 employees here to support your account. We do $400 million a year in revenue. There's simply not another sales trainer on the planet with Grant's track record of success that you can use in your company to grow. So what do you say, Campbell? $597. Try it out. If I put that in writing, we got a deal?
We don't have a deal now, but we might have a deal beginning of next year when we come out of
beginning of next
Ben's.
year. I love beginning of next year. I'm going to send you over all the information. We appreciate your time today, Campbell, and look forward to talking with you next year. All right?
Awesome. Hey, thank you for your time, guys. Cheers.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Have a great one. Talk soon.
Looks good. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.